Big up, guys. Big up. Good evening. Good evening to you all. Apologies, I didn't do a morning video today. Two reasons. One of them was work, really busy. First day back after a bit of annual leave. And secondly, what is there to really talk about at the moment regarding Spurs? Obviously, International Boredom Week. We'll wait for the national teams, whichever nationality you follow. A lot of games coming our way this weekend. With England, I've been listening to what Rio Ferdinand had to say in regards to James Ward-Prowse not being called up for England, and I've said this I've thought it for a while for sure. There's certain players that just guaranteed a call up for England, even without necessarily warranting it. Calvin Phillips, last tournament, the last period he played well for England was back in Euro 2020. How does he still warrant a call up for the England national team? It could be, same could be said about Maguire, who's completely off form for Man United. The national team should be everything that a player should aspire to achieve at some point in his career. Maybe win some honours with them as well. But ultimately, from a manager's point of view, you've got to call up the players who have warranted, who have deserved that call up, who have through sheer graft and playing well for whichever team he plays for, has achieved that purely from on-pitch performances, right? That's what national team should be like. Of course, I understand that manager has his core group, and manager has his way of playing, and perhaps certain players suit their system better than others. I can accept all of that, but surely, at some point, like if we're talking about James Ward-Prowse, some people may even look at this video now and say, well, he's not really international level. But I'm like, we won't know who's an international level player or not until you put him out there on the pitch and see how he gets on. Give him the opportunity, at least give him the call up to say, you know what, your work through your club has been appreciated. It has been noticed, which is why you're in a setup. Surely that's what national team's all about. Let me know your thoughts about it, because certain things don't make sense to me. Regarding my national team, Italy, we got a new manager, the manager that won the title with Napoli last season. Luciano Spalletti is the new Italy manager. We all know Roberto Mancini is now the Saudi Arabian manager. He aspired to become the Saudi Arabian manager. Nothing whatsoever to do with the money that he's earning. But look, in regards to Spurs, which is what I want to have this conversation about, it's how do we evaluate what we've seen so far in the league? Listen, I think we've had a great start. Sure, we haven't played 10, 15 games or anything like that, but it's a much better start than probably a lot of us predicted. We have to say, certainly after the 2-2 Brentford, we did see the signs of good football being played. We just needed to shore things up a little bit from the defensive point of view. But it's still, Brentford away, first game of the season, isn't a bad point. I thought that at the time, when we did the watch along, I thought we had seen it wasn't a bad result at all. Combine that with the Man United at home, then follow the Bournemouth game, and now the Burnley game. Burnley away is never an easy fixture and a lot of teams. Burnley will get better. They will get better, and their home form will improve massively. They have to make that their fortress, and I've got a feeling that the work of Burnley will come to fruition in the near future with company there. I really do persist. I really do think that they will find their form at home. So early thoughts, I would have to say, has been very positive from a league point of view. The disappointment, of course, clearly is the exit of the Carabao Cup, but my expectations personally are for me, this is a ground zero sort of year. I'm not going to put any kind of pressure on the team to say they've got to achieve this or they've got to achieve that. We're seeing a good football, and I think this team will be really evaluated when the difficult times comes, when the pressure really comes in. That's when you'll see the making of the players, who swims, who sinks. But right now, my expectations are ones of, I just want to see the team do well, week to week basis. We've got one game a week, so there's no reason why, hopefully, we shouldn't have too many injuries along the way. And it's clear that if we play the closest to the 11 as possible, we will do well in games, certainly from a playing point of view. So for now, all I will say is being positive, but I don't want fans to start thinking that we can go on to do this and we can go on to do that. That becomes expectations you're putting on a team that we don't really know too much about, a manager that we don't know too much about. We know what we need to know, but in this current situation, in the current in the Premier League, with a lot of quite a few, it's a new setup, new way of playing, new manager ideas. There's a lot of things that will need to unfold during the course of the season, and I don't want to put any unrealistic expectations onto this team so early on when we don't know anything about it. If we're in a situation where come March, April, we see where we're at the business end of the season, we'll see where we're at, and we're thinking, okay, do you know what can be achieved from this moment onwards? Then perhaps at that point, you would have had a good 6 months of knowing the team knowing itself, the weaknesses, the strengths, and then we know what kind of teams we're like when a bit of pressure comes added on. Then only then we can perhaps start talking about what this team can achieve before the end of the season, realistically. But my expectation right now is to give this manager, this set of players, the opportunity to just play, try and win as many games as possible between now and the business end of the season, and see how many of the big matches we turn up. Grounds like going away to Arsenal at the Emirates, grounds to going at Old Trafford. Those grounds that we don't really pick up a lot of points, if any, when we go there. Those are the kind of stepping stones I want to see, and how we get on as the season goes on. My thoughts are that at the moment, guys. Let me know what you think in that merit. Make sure you smash a like to this video. Like the videos. Make sure you comment. Let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully see you at some point tomorrow, be it in the morning or in the evening. I'll definitely be doing something, a little video with you, just having a little chat about just any footballing ongoings that are happening this week. Take care, guys. As always, forever always, it's come on you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.